I'm Andy.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jack.
And together we're working towards our goal of becoming a full-time sailing, cruising family.
For the last 2 years we've been restoring our steel pilot house sailing yacht and rebuilding it for the three of us to live on.
But now I'm pregnant, it looks like the boat will eventually be too small.
So we started looking for a slightly bigger boat, more suited to a family of 4.
And we took on this amazing Bowman 46 yawl, which has plenty of room for all of us.
So now we're working hard to get both boats in the water,
so we can choose which one will be the right boat for us to head off and explore the world in.
Follow along to keep track of our progress as we focus on getting our family afloat.
It's launch morning. It's about it's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We are splashing at 5:30 a.m. You can hear the engine of the travel hoist.
Yeah.
We're strapped up, we're ready to go. All we've got to do is disconnect the shore power and that's it, we're away. We're ready to go. We'll try and get some footage as we go.
Yeah, we're going to obviously be on seacock duty. Everything's off apart from the engine.
Yeah. We'll be frantically looking for leaks when we get in the water.
Yeah. And we've got to go out stern to in the dark in a river that we don't know. It's going to be fun, but luckily we've got Mike with us and he knows the river well.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Right, we'll get as much footage as we can.
Yeah.
Bow and stern lines handy, life raft's good, Dan buoy's in place, outboard is there if we need it, fenders are there, life ring's there, and we've got the spray hood is folded forward for visibility, the tender is on deck in case everything went horribly wrong, windlass installed, that's fine, bow line's fine, yeah, we're all good, just a case of get in and get gone. The first little passage we're doing is only 2.3 nautical miles, so it's not a passage at all, it's just from here down to Noss Marina, from Gampton Creek to Noss Marina, if you want to look that up on Google Maps or whatever. Mike's here. Mike's going to be our helmsman and navigator and skipper and in charge of everything.
Let's hope so. It's pretty dark out there.
It is very dark out there, isn't it? I think he's in there.
floating. They're inside checking everything. But this is where we've got to go out stern to into the river. We're ready to go. We're ready, darling.
Okay.
Well done, Mike. We're a bit smoky.
It will be to begin with.
Mike's a legend.
They're just ducks.
Do you want me to go forward now?
Yeah, go forward.
Can you see that, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. There's boats over here as well.
So the hardest bit is getting out of this bit because there's a big bar over there, sandbar. Right, we've got one dead on our nose.
Okay, we're in between them. There's a set on the right and a set on the set to port, set to starboard. Bear to starboard a touch.
Right, there's the boats over there now. That's where we're heading. Paul's happy with the amount of smoke, darling.
Okay.
We've got a little cabin cruiser here.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to get a little bit further over to the left.
Yeah, no worries, as long as you can see it. Andy,
Yeah,
we've got a boat in the water.
I know.
I want to cry.
Well, you can. I'll come and give you a kiss, but I'm on watch.
I know, yeah. Blame it on the hormones.
Yeah.
So Andy, we were doing 6 knots at 1,500 revs.
That's amazing.
Oil pressure 6.5.
Oil pressure 6.5 bar.
Yeah.
Nice.
Temperature's not gone up at all. Well, it has gone up, but not since revving.
Yeah. Here comes the wind.
I know, yeah. Well, we're further up the river. Chris, are you happy on mooring lines when we're ready? Are you happy on mooring lines when we're ready?
Yeah, that's fine.
Only because we don't want Melissa doing it with it jumping on and off with her being pregnant.
Oh no, you're fine. Don't worry about that.
Starboard hand too.
Yeah, can we get fenders then on starboard side?
Do you want to give me the big torch, darling? And you and Chris?
Yeah. You go on the bow.
No, you take this
that.
torch.
Yeah. Okay, hold on please, Melissa.
I'm holding on. Just starting to rain. Andy's on.
There we are.
Chris is off.
We'll walk her back, shall we?
Woo.
Thank you very much.
That was amazing, Mike. Well done.
Thank you.
You right, Jack? Happy?
Don't do that to me, Chris. You tired?
You can go back to bed now, Jack. No, I'm only joking. Cup of tea's in order. So we made it. All I did was point a torch, but Jack looked pretty in the cockpit, handsome sitting in the cockpit. Mike was an absolute legend helming the boat. He knows the water as well, and he's amazing at boat handling. And Chris was a legend, checking all the sea cocks, doing the leap to shore. And of course, as always, Paul was an absolute legend, keeping an eye on the engine to make sure everything was fine. Oh, that was exciting. We made it. I cried.
Did you?
I blamed it on the hormones though. It's all hormones, and we got a boat in the water. I was like, oh. So we're happy, Paul?
Jiggly, really. Sorry?
Everything all right down there?
Yeah, all good.
I think we went in at about 20 past.
Yeah, I think so. So I just put that board back in the boat.
Yeah,
And it's been wet.
Mike, go on then.
We are in Nos Marina. We had a very uneventful passage here this morning. It was easy really, 2 miles. It was a little bit difficult to film because we were with torches looking out for all the buoys and other yachts. Mike has gone off. Jane's working today, so she wasn't with us, but she popped by for a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea, which was lovely. So Mike's going to be back later, and we're going to move off this pontoon onto pontoon L. In the meantime, Paul is heading off back to Aberystwyth, so we've had a fantastic support team. Paul and Chris are both marine engineers. Mike's a offshore yacht master and sailing instructor. So Paul, thank you very much.
No worries, man.
We'll see you
She's
again.
not where she wants to be, but she's getting closer.
She's getting closer, yeah. So the next thing is...
Oh, my darling. All right.
Yeah. Next thing is sail up to Wales, and we'll have Paul and hopefully Chris and Mike and the whole team with us for that as well. Amazing. Thank you very much.
No worries,
Cheers,
man.
brother. Look after yourself, drive safe.
Captain Jack.
So we're just going to move, well, they're just moving her to where she's going to be for the next few weeks at least. So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody's gone. So thanks very much to Mike for helming this morning.
Yeah, amazing job. Well done.
Yeah, fantastic. And as I said, the reason Mike took the helm and not me was simply because he knows the river like the back of his hand, and you can't beat local knowledge.
No.
Paul has gone, so thank you to Paul for spending the entire trip. It was only a short trip, but he spent the whole time lying on his side in the crawl through, just staring at the engine, like willing it not to leak or do anything silly, and it didn't. It worked like an absolute
thanks to
gem.
Chris.
Yeah, for just being
running around checking all the sea cocks, and then when we got here, he helped us scrub the decks.
I don't know where he gets his energy from, that boy. But when we
were
got
up
here,
at 4.
we were just emotionally and physically spent, and Chris is like, right, I'm going to clean the teak.
Yeah, so Chris has had many years on super yachts and gave us some great pointers for cleaning the teak. It needs another go over, but it looks so much better than it did. It's amazing. Thanks, Chris.
He's a top-level marine engineer now on super yachts, but he started off as a deckhand, and that was his first job, was just looking after teak on multi-million-pound yachts. So
yeah, so thanks for the pointers.
Brilliant.
And thanks for all your help, and I'm sure we'll see you again
It's not
soon.
finished, but there's lots more to do on the teak, but he's started it and pushed us in the right direction.
Yeah.
What else?
We've checked everything. There doesn't seem to be any drips.
There's not any
or
leaks or anything. There's
touch
nothing
wood.
coming in.
And we're tied up on our winter mooring. And we've got lots to do over the next few weeks to be ready to go home. So we're ready to float, but there's a few things that we want to do before we're ready to sail home.
Yeah.
We've got rigging to tension and to tune and stuff like that. And just I'm waiting for a weather window, because the weather is forecasted absolutely awful for the next few weeks, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
and we've got
although you're probably
Christmas.
watching this after Christmas, it's
just
before Christmas.
Yeah.
So this is a long time ago compared to when you're watching it.
Yeah.
I
We're
think
about a week before Christmas, aren't we?
Yes, it's a week before Christmas now. But I don't know when this is coming out. I don't know when you're going to actually see it.
No.
But the point is, we've looked at the short and long forecasts, and there's no good weather for us to sail back well into the new year. No. So it's going to be just a case of taking our time, getting systems working, doing some sea trials, getting the rig tuned, getting some upholstery done and some cushion covers made.
Yeah, and just some nice sort of projects while we're waiting for weather, and essential projects. I'm going to be doing the nice projects because I can't do as many of the essential projects anymore because they're all quite physical. So I'm going to do nice projects. Andy's going to do dirty projects
around my energy levels and my ability.
Yeah, but for today we're going to put on a film.
Chill.
Yeah, Jack's squirreling away in the aft cabin, desperate to sort it out for him to sleep in tonight, but we haven't got heating back there and mattresses back there and stuff.
There is actually a small leak from one of the cheek blocks, which I need to. It's dripping from one of. So I'd like to get things like that. Just make sure it's.
Much to Jack's disappointment, he is going to be sleeping in here tonight. But we will get his aft cabin sorted very soon. So we're going to chill out now. We're going to turn the cameras off. We're going to watch a film, have some dinner, and just enjoy our first night on the water. We did it. Our first night afloat in years on our own boat. It's cold out there though.
It's very cold.
Who's going to make tea?
You are.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you.
I think he is. I'll come out in a sec.
Oh.
Nicely done.
There's a lip there.
Yeah, we'll have to remember that. All right.
Yeah. Wakey, wakey. You okay? How was your first night?
Comfortable.
Good. We'll get your cabin sorted out in the next few days.
I'll just get my ear on.
You okay?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
It was a bit chilly.
It's cold last night, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get your cabin sorted out in a few days. Yeah?
Be cool.
Get your mattresses sorted and stuff.
Next.
Love you.
Ooh, I'm thirsty.
You gonna get up, darling? They start work early, don't they? It'll be interesting to see what it looks like when it's all finished.
Thanks, darling. It's a shame the weather's not going to be any good for sailing back for a while.
I know, yeah. Well, hopefully we should be able to get a test sailing soon.
Yeah.
But it's not very nice, is it?
No.
It's fine
Well,
today.
Yeah,
But we've got to wait for the rigger, haven't we?
got to wait for the rigger and to get the rig tuned.
Yeah.
And then we've got to wait for a weather window because it's predicted just crap for the next few weeks.
Yeah. Today and tomorrow is like perfect sailing weather, but we've got a floppy rig. Do you know what's the most exciting thing about all of this? Is being able to sit down and have a wee.
I suppose so.
You probably don't have the same level of appreciation,
No,
but being
probably not.
on the boat, on Melody, on a
Yeah.
project boat for 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than 2 years.
And especially being pregnant.
Yeah.
And this is probably a bit crude. You know, some people might sort of go, oh, why are you talking about going to the loo? But I have been on a project boat for 2 years, and as a female, I've had to go down to the toilet block
Every single time.
every single time I need a wee, which, you know, is not a big thing, but it's a 5 minutes walk, and it's very frustrating. And now I'm pregnant and need to wee every 5 minutes. Just, you know, it was just so nice just to sit on that toilet just then and have a wee.
How was your first night, Jack?
Didn't hear anything.
Jack takes his ears off at night, so he doesn't hear anything.
So we've just been discussing our first night, and it was amazing, wasn't it, to spend the night on the boat?
Amazing.
However,
Our last night on the water. That's not a bilge pump, is it?
No, that's outside. They're building.
Okay. Hyper alert at the moment. I'm just listening for bilge pumps, and the bilge pumps that I've got are right at the bottom to pick up the dribbles, and they don't have an alarm on.
Yeah.
So there's no.
There'll be secondary ones
secondary
soon.
bilge pumps which have a float switch and alarm. Yeah. So what were you saying? Sorry.
Go on, you were saying our last night on the water.
Our last night on the water was on Miss Rosie.
Yeah. I mean, we've obviously I've been my day skipper since, and we went to Guernsey and stuff, but on our own boat.
And without in and that in, yeah.
And obviously went to Greece, and so we have been on the water, but our last night on our own boat as a family was in Patelli.
On Miss Rosie.
On Miss Rosie, yeah.
So it's really quite emotional. And
and we had a nice chilled evening. We watched some films and had some dinner.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to be here, just the three of us, because it's been quite a frantic few weeks, hasn't it?
It has. It's taken its toll, really. The whole
We're a bit
emotional,
exhausted.
making the decision to go with this boat rather than the steel boat. We've decided on the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. The name of this boat is going to be Ocean Melody.
Yeah. Yeah. So a mix of the two names. Melody has been our channel name from day one. Even when we had Aeolus, we chosen the channel name of Sailing Melody, obviously because Andy's musical, and the sea is a very sort of musical place.
And then this boat is Ocean Overture and has been forever. So the name is a mix of Ocean Overture, which is the name of this boat and has been forever, as far as we're aware, and Melody, which is our kind of brand, if you like.
Yeah.
And then if we ever, decided to go leave this boat for 6 months and go and hire a big aluminium expedition boat, we could call that Expedition Melody or something.
Yeah.
I can't see us ever getting rid of this. It's
No.
our forever home, but
But yeah, so Ocean Melody. So we are afloat on Ocean Melody. Last night, as we were saying, was interesting. It was amazing, and it was nice because the wind had actually dropped, didn't it? So it was quite peaceful. But we're sort of in a quite a fast flowing river. And I think at some points a load of logs or something got dragged.
There were some seals as well, weren't there, which we didn't manage to get on film.
I think we might have got a little bit of footage of the seals.
Did we?
Yeah,
well, if we did, if somebody
them.
captured them, they'll be on. We'll put them on the screen. But I wonder if it was either logs, because the river was going through really quickly. The tide and river was flowing, I suppose, on the ebb.
Yeah.
So the river's going out and the tide's going out, and it would have been ripping through.
Yeah. But at one point, it sounded like there was a massive hole in the boat and there was just water pouring in. Yeah. Jack didn't hear that. You were asleep.
I leapt out of bed thinking, oh my God, we're going down.
Yeah.
And everything was absolutely fine. It was just the sounds that this boat makes as the water comes from the stern forward and passes over the rudder the wrong way and the prop the wrong way.
Yeah, well, I think it sounded like a log got sort of caught up on the front of the bow.
Maybe.
Which was causing this kind of...
At the stern, I think it was on the ebb.
Oh, was it? Right,
yeah.
Well, anyway, it was an interesting sound all of a sudden when we're laying there going, oh, this is so lovely and peaceful, and then it's the sound of like flowing water.
But I will say, from spending years on boats myself, every boat has its own kind of character and set of noises that boat makes. And it takes a little bit of time with any boat to kind of learn what noises sound dramatic but aren't, and what noises sound completely innocuous but are quite serious.
Yeah.
And it takes a little bit of time for you to kind of get in tune with the boat and feel what feels right, what sounds right. We're kind of getting used to that with this boat, and it's an amazing thing. I'm getting all misty-eyed about this, but building the relationship with the boat in the water is quite an important part of it for me, which some of you won't even understand that. But I kind of have to build a relationship with the boat, and I'm sure Melissa and Jack will as well.
Yeah.
So the boat becomes part of the family.
Wait, we need to stop because I'm going to start crying because we're back. I'm really emotional.
Yeah,
it's all been very emotional. But the amazing thing this morning was waking up, and we've mentioned them briefly, but what did you see out the window on the pontoon over there?
Seals.
Seals.
Yeah.
Cool.
There was 4 seals laying on the pontoon, and that's what it's all about, is waking up to new places and seeing new things, isn't it?
One looked dead. Really dead.
One was just lying down and not moving, but they would say hello to you. And what else did we see as we walked up the pontoon? Very briefly.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I saw it. An otter.
Yeah.
An otter.
So I sort of caught it out of the corner of my eye, but this is exactly what Melissa says, waking up in the morning and seeing a new scene, a new vista, and seeing animals that you've not seen before in a different setting, and seals and otters, and that's what we're seeing here. And when we get to other parts of the world, it'll be completely different.
Yeah. So, but we want to take this. Oh, bless you. But we really want to take this opportunity for being with us for this whole journey. Now, I know we're not on the boat. Well, we're not on the boat that we started on. We started on a 24-foot bilge keeler.
Yeah.
But we're not on Melody, Still Melody. So we'll refer to her as Still Melody. Yeah, Still Melody and Still Melody. We're not on Melody in the water yet. Obviously, our plan is to still launch her before we sell her.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's a journey, and our ultimate goal out of all of this was not. It's not a project boat. It's not restoring a boat, although there's going to be lots of projects for you to watch on this boat, is just living aboard as a family and being able to travel and being out of the rat race. And we're one massive step closer. Well, we're in the water and we're floating, but we're one massive step to living aboard. Now, we've obviously got the house to sort out and everything, and to move on and get some projects done to be in that position to move aboard. But it's really close for us now, and it's so exciting.
What this is the striving of a family to move off land onto a boat and sail full time.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're
And
trying
explore,
to do. And that story is going to take lots of twists and turns.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is becoming a very long segment.
Yeah, we're what's the word?
Procrastinating. No, we're vacillating.
No.
Waffling
now.
Yeah.
But go on.
One thing, if you do hear a bit of a pish, like tsh, then you should probably check your bilges.
Yes. Yeah. It's back to the topic.
Jack's learning to keep aware and alert for sounds.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really cool. I know that I'm going off, but that's going to be a really cool topic that we will address in the future. Is obviously when Jack goes to bed, he takes his ears off and he can't hear, and we need to work out
completely
a system.
He's completely sorry.
Yeah. We need to work out a system of how we're going to alert Jack to any issues when his ears are off.
So if anybody out there, we need to wire up some alert systems with bright lighting, vibrating pillows. Maybe I'll rig up something with a big radio controlled servo and a phone
him in the face with
smacks him in, so that if the bilge pump alarm, if the serious we're going down alarm goes off, that it wakes him up from the other end of the boat, because we're going to be in the forepeak and he's going to be in the aft.
But we'd love your input from that.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting, because that's something we've now got to think about now we're in the water. So so anyway, lots of exciting things coming up. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for everyone that's stuck with us, and the new subscribers that have come along since we've decided to sort of veer off on a different direction. Not a different direction, but
change tack slightly.
Change tack slightly. So thank you.
And if you're not subscribed, please do. And the reason it matters is if you're watching the channel and you're not a subscriber, the more subscribers the channel gets, the more the YouTube brain promotes the channel to more people, so the channel grows as we get more subscribers. And at the minute we're hitting about 50% of our viewers, or even less. I think it might be 30. So if we get 100,000 views on a video, about 30,000 of those will be from subscribers, and 70,000 views are from non-subscribers. Which is fairly typical, and most YouTube channels face this, and that's why you hear YouTube channels say, please subscribe to my channel. It's not because they just get some ego trip out of having the subscribers. It actually boosts the channel. It really does help. So if you're watching the channel and you enjoy the channel, ours or anybody else's, do click the subscribe button and the notification bell, whether it's us or any other channel that you like, because it does really help the channel.
And if you're thinking about commenting and you haven't, please do, because we love reading them.
It also helps us as well.
And it helps us as well. So thank you. And we'll see you next week for some more exciting stuff.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
We do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave us a thumbs up and drop a comment in the comments section below.
And if you want to see some sneaky peeks into what's coming up, because we're filming quite a way ahead at the moment, head over and follow us on our Facebook and Instagram. Link in the description, of course.
We'd like to say thanks to Justin for his donation through Coffee, and we'd like to welcome on board our new patron, Steve Dunford. And thank our whole patron family for your continued support. We love you all.
See you next time. Bye.